morning. I'm putting a little pep in your step this lovely Friday morning on Good Morning Grenada. It's Missy Chrissy in your company. We're going all the way until 8 this morning. Yes, indeed. It is the 28th of March, 2025. 25 minutes onto the hour of 7 o'clock. We're going to have a great day. I know that for sure. I know some people are really excited about today because it's payday for some people, right? It's month end. So I know today is going to be a busy one in St. George's, Grenville, Guave, Sates, Victoria, Hillsborough. Yes, indeed. It's going to be a busy one. And in St. George's, there will be some traffic changes. So definitely stay tuned for that. I will be giving you some updates as it relates to traffic in St. George's today. So it's something you really need to know so you can plan your day accordingly, all right? Because for most of the day, you will not be able to access the Carnage from the Burns Point entrance all the way through to Sendall Tunnel, all right? So stay tuned for that. I'll give you that update within the morning edition of the news, which is coming up. And we're also going to be touching in with the Met office at the Maurice Bishop International Airport for the weather forecast. Today, we're having a conversation with the Grenada Office of Creative Affairs. They're having a workshop that is about producers. It's about developing the skill sets of producers. Someone is actually coming in for this workshop, a very esteemed producer. And I'm excited to have that conversation because if we're talking about the product of Spice Mass, if we're talking about music in Grenada, it is definitely important to build the capacity among the people making the music, the producers. So another reason for you to stay right here on Good Morning Grenada. This definitely makes me feel like dancing. I have to say a special good morning to Super Flying Flint. I mean, this song is everything. Yes, indeed. And I have to say special good morning to all my Zumba people. I know you're excited for the resumption of classes next week, Tuesday. We're going to have a great time. All right, I'm going to give you the quote for today, March 28th. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. And that quote actually comes from Winston Churchill. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. All right? After F is G, right? If you fall, you get up. And the prayer for today, Heavenly Father, thank you for the gift of a new day. Grant us wisdom, strength, and the perseverance to face challenges with faith. May we walk in your light, spreading kindness and hope. Bless our efforts and guide our steps. Amen. And now we move over to expanding your vocabulary with the word of the day. And that word for the day is cumbersome. Not cucumber, cumbersome. Cumbersome means large or heavy, difficult to carry or manage. And cumbersome is spelled C-U-M-B-E-R-S-O-M-E. Cumbersome. Now, let's use cumbersome in a sentence. The cumbersome suitcase made traveling more difficult. The cumbersome suitcase made traveling more difficult. And that is your word for the day, cumbersome. So definitely try to use these words that you learned this week. I remember diligent was one of them. We had also erudite. We had vulnerable was another one of those words. And what I liked is even when I read the news or something else came up, some of those words were also incorporated in the program. So I really hope you're listening, paying attention for those Easter eggs in there, all right? In the meantime, you can definitely connect with us. The number is 435-2041. You can send us a WhatsApp. Let us know where you're tuning in from. If you have any special greetings for the day, if you're just celebrating month end, because I know some people are just excited about that. And let me know where you're locking in from. You can also tune in via the World Wide Web, www.gbn.gd. Take us with you wherever you go. And of course, our Facebook page and YouTube channels are live. And we are live on TV and radio. So you can see us and you can hear us. Choose whichever option works for you. Big up to all those on the Facebook and YouTube. I know you're locking in from not just Grenada, but all over the world. We have people locked in from Canada, Brooklyn, as usual, in the diaspora, representing Grenada loud and proud. And I know I see some people having a great breakfast already in the morning time. It's so good to start your day right, you know, when it comes to eating right, you know, whether you're making sure to do a little exercise, a little prayer. All those things are really, really, really important when it comes to starting your day. And listen, we are going to be getting ready for the morning edition of the news in just a short. And I'd like for you to, you know, stick it right here on K105. And in case you're wondering, I'm Missy Chrislyn Lashington in your company. And we're going all the way until 8 o'clock live right here on Good Morning Grenada.
Show me your ID. You walk with your man, you walk with your woman.
Agritech Limited Grenada is your one-stop shop for all your farming needs. We provide seeds and seedlings, pesticides, fertilizers, irrigation and water management systems, veterinary products, and a wide range of agricultural products and implements. Our staff is knowledgeable and ready to serve you. Call us on 435-9677 or 440-4460 or visit us in Happy Hill, St. George. We are open Monday to Saturday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Sundays, 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. Agritech Limited Grenada. Come grow with us.
How am I supposed to finish cooking like this? I wonder if climate change is behind all these water shortages. Time to think about the future. It's really time to invest in a proper water storage tank, you know. What water tanks you guys have available?
We have 450 gallons for a family of 3, 800 gallons for a family of 5, and 1,000 gallons for a family of 7. Purchasing any of these tanks will ensure that you have enough water stored.
Don't be like me and wait until you're out of water. Be smart. Be prepared. Invest in a proper water storage tank today.
I see someone tuning in live from London. Good morning to you. And we have a special birthday greeting right now. Well, this is a big up. This person is saying, good morning, Missy Chrissy. I want to take the opportunity to big up Mrs. Samantha Latouche at Hubbard's Home Center. And she said, I have not been there in 10 years. I decided to pass by and must say what a transformation. The place felt inviting and generally gave me the urge to shop. Keep up the good work. All right. Thanks for that shout out there. And she's also shouting out Innocent, who will be back with you on Monday, by the way. So today is my final day filling in for him, and it's been a pleasure. You all have been such an amazing audience, you know what I mean? And right now we are heading over into the morning edition of the news. So let's do that right now. This is the GBN Morning News for today, Friday, March 28th, 2025. Coming up in the news, Grenada focuses on food security in anticipation of escalating trade war. In the region, parents of media fire victims in Guyana sue state for over $16 billion. Internationally, Canada Prime Minister Mark Carney says old relationship with U.S. is over. And in sports, Shallow says T20 World Cup is a resounding success for the Caribbean. Details right after this message.
Are you?
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union introduces its new digital platform, managing your finances at any time from anywhere.
As a part-time student, balancing work and studies can be a real challenge. But with GCCU's digital app, these worries are no more. My parents can now remotely transfer funds to my account, and I can check my balance at any time, giving me the freedom to achieve my goals.
My days can be long and tedious. With this app, I can ensure my loan is paid on time, transfer funds to someone else's account, and check my balances. I don't have to rush to do business during my lunch hour or after.
Morning. I am Chrislyn Lashington with the details. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell is putting plans together in preparation of an escalated trade war. Addressing citizens during a national town hall meeting on Wednesday, Prime Minister Mitchell disclosed some of the plans to ensure food security. He said they are reviewing draft plans to ensure food security in the medium to long term. The situation can be dire, and he warns about complacency.
I have developed a draft, what I will call emergency pre- and post-food crisis. Because the truth is, if the trade wars continue, if borders become shut, we need to know where we're getting our food from. We need to know how much food we have stored on the island and how long it will last. And I think we know from the experience of COVID-19 that if the ports in Miami are closed and the containers don't arrive here in 1 week, there is virtually no food on many of the shelves in the supermarket.
The U.S. government will decide on policies that will affect CARICOM countries next month, and government's preparation plans may require a trip back to Parliament.
When I talk about food security, this is not a fanciful situation. As you can appreciate, the disruption to the world is not. When I talk about food security, this is not a fanciful situation. As you can appreciate, the disruption to the world is not, in fact, countries like the Caribbean are not even thought of because of our size. So we need to understand that from a CARICOM level, from a government of Grenada level, we are paying particular attention to all of these things combined. And so we are likely to come back to you with additional measures that we may wish for your support to make sure that we can begin to seriously boost food security within the island.
The nation's leader is encouraging all citizens, and in particular parents, to consume more local products before reality hits.
Made in Grenada by Grenadians for our consumption. And so if we don't on our own start altering our consumption habits, then somebody's going to alter it for you. And so we need to see the potential crisis as an opportunity for us to significantly change and support keeping more of our own money within the country, and made in Grenada within the country, by Grenadians for our consumption.
Meanwhile, in light of this ongoing trade war, the Minister of State with responsibility for agriculture and lands, fisheries and cooperatives, Adrian Thomas, is supporting farmers to produce fruits and vegetables on a more regular basis.
We did well in agriculture, and the archives in England and Europe, the reliance on rain-fed agriculture. We cannot afford to continue doing farming seasonally. We have to do farming year-round. We eat every day. And so we have brought in some agricultural material already, and over 70 farmers have already been receiving material, and we are hoping in 2025 farmers start receiving as much as possible so that they will be able to establish on their farm irrigation system that will make the production of fruits and vegetables and all other foods available to the Grenadian people.
He said government is also reinstituting the Farm Machinery Program through the World Bank-funded Food Security Enhancement Project.
In terms of land preparation, the farmers may not, 1/4 acre land, 1 acre land, you cannot afford to buy a tractor. So the government have to invest heavily in those equipment so that farmers can loan them, they can lease them for a short while, and we can offer them the service so that the land preparation that they need will be available for them. So I'm very happy on behalf of the Minister for Agriculture to say that this department will be back. It will be reinstated, it will be up and running, and farmers will have the opportunity for the service.
There will be some changes to traffic traversing the Carnage and surrounding areas later today. This is to facilitate the commissioning of the new police headquarters. Carnage Public Road will be a no-through road from Burns Point roundabout direction. Vehicles will not be able to go beyond the bus stop after Spice Isle Imaging Center between the hours of 9 a.m. and midnight. Vehicles will not be able to make a left turn onto the Carnage from Hughes Street between the hours of 9 a.m. and midnight. The Carnage Public Road will be a no entry from its intersection with Hughes Street towards the direction of Sendall Tunnel from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. today. There will be no entry to vehicular traffic from its intersection with Herbert Blaze Street from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. The Carnage Public Road from Bailey's Funeral Home to the bus stop opposite Andals and Associates Supermarket on both sides between 5 a.m. and midnight will have a no parking. Lucas Street this is also for no parking along Lucas Street from its intersection with Old Fort to its intersection with Woolwich Road. Also no parking from Lothers Lane along the Lothers Lane Public Road. No parking from Archibald Avenue from its intersection with Lothers Lane to its intersection with Woolwich Road. Parking for non-VIP attendees will be at Old Trafford Playing Field and the outside perimeter of the Roy St. John Playing Field at Tantine. There will be a shuttle service facilitated by the police buses, and this will be provided from the parking areas at Tantine to and from the event. Now we move over to news in the region. 10 parents of 11 of the victims of the devastating Mahdia School dormitory fire in Guyana, which claimed the lives of 20 children back in 2023, have sued the state for in excess of $16 billion. According to a lawsuit filed by attorney Darren Wade, the parents are suing for inter alia, loss of life, distress, and negligence. In documents, the claimants are asking the court to declare that the deaths of their children were the result of negligence by the state of Guyana. They are seeking declarations from the court that the confinement of the now dead students behind locked grills, with the doors and windows padlocked from within, constitutes torture, inhumane and degrading punishment, and a violation of fundamental human rights under Article 141 of the Guyana Constitution, a breach of their fundamental rights and liberties, specifically the freedom of movement. As such, the parents are asking the court to grant a declaration for ordinary damages of at least $500 million for each child who perished in the incident. The claimants also want aggravated damages in excess of $500 million for each child in light of the emotional and psychological distress caused by the actions and omissions of the state of Guyana. They are also seeking exemplary damages in excess of $500 million for each child in order to deter the respondent from engaging in such reckless, negligent, and inhumane conduct in the future. Looking further afield internationally, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said the U.S. has revoked at least 300 foreign students' visas as part of the President Donald Trump's effort to clamp down on pro-Palestinian protesters on university campuses. Rubio was asked to confirm how many student visas the administration had revoked in its crackdown on rhetoric at universities that it considers anti-Israeli. The remarks follow immigration officials' detention of a doctoral Turkish student attending Tufts University, an arrest the secretary defended. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney said that Canada's old relationship with the United States, based on deepening integration of our economies and tight security and military cooperation, is over. Speaking to reporters in Ottawa after a cabinet meeting, Carney said Canadians must fundamentally reimagine our economy in the face of U.S. President Donald Trump's tariffs. He said Canada would respond with retaliatory tariffs that will have maximum impact on the U.S. Trump announced on Wednesday he would target imported vehicles and vehicle parts with a 25% tax, stating, "This is permanent." And that's your international news. And now for sports. Fast bowler Alziri Joseph said the crowning moment of his career will come when West Indies reclaims its spot at the top of world cricket. Speaking recently on the Good Morning Jojo Sports Show, the newly minted Sportsman of the Year for 2024 was clear in pointing out that his focus remains on playing his role in elevating West Indies cricket. West Indies, as of February this year, is ranked 8th on the ICC Test rankings with 2,433 points. Only Bangladesh, Ireland, Afghanistan, and Zimbabwe are ranked below the Caribbean team. Joseph is currently ranked 34th in the ICC Test bowling rankings with a total of 536 points. He is 139th on the batting list and is ranked 40th overall as an all-rounder. Since his Test debut in August of 2016, Joseph has played 37 Test matches, taking 111 wickets with a bowling average of 35, and has scored 701 runs with a batting average of 11.88. The 28-year-old said that when things get tough, he still consults former coach and close friend, former West Indies fast bowler Winston Benjamin. Cricket West Indies President Dr. Kishore Shallow said the 2024 T20 World Cup, which was co-hosted by the West Indies, brought unparalleled success to the region in generating $1.6 billion. The tournament, which was also co-hosted by the USA from June 1st to 29th, was the 9th edition and saw 20 teams compete in 55 matches across 6 venues in the Caribbean and the USA. It was the second time the West Indies hosted the prestigious competition, having previously done so in 2010. According to the independent economic impact assessment conducted by the ICC and Nielsen Sports, almost every sector benefited from the financial impact. Barbados, which hosted group matches, as well as fixtures in the Super 8 and the final, led the way by generating $426.4 million, followed by St. Vincent and the Grenadines with $224.8 million. St. Lucia, $132.5 million, Antigua and Barbuda,